8 of going live. To be honest, I did not sleep well last night. I'm really sleepy and really tired. And I'm also right now wearing Alex's robe. I got him this robe from Petite Plume, this is what the little logo looks like. But I'm obsessed with everything from Petite Plume. That's where all my PJs are really from. But I got him this robe and I feel like I wear it more than he does. But we're just getting our day started, having a little QT, which we like to say quality time. Good morning, Sarah. Alec and I are just hanging out at the couch this morning. I was just saying that this is his robe that I got him from Petite Plume. This is what it looks like. And it is the coziest brand for PJs, in my opinion. 100% cotton. But there's something about it that, like, it feels thick enough where it feels like the material is sturdy, but it's also just so cozy. Like, I literally want to spend 24/7 in my PJs because they're just so good. Good morning, everybody. How is your day going? Happy Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, the 17th. It's 6:52 where we are right now. We woke up not too long ago because honestly, I didn't sleep very well. And I really didn't even want to wake up. Even though we checked my Oura ring, it said my sleep score was 85. How are you guys doing? What's the plan for the day today? Sarah is my sweet moderator. What are you doing on today? What's on the agenda? And also, what time is it where everybody is right now? 6:52 where we are. You're taking the day off to spend time with your boyfriend? Jealous. I want to do that. It's supposedly gonna snow today. We're in Portland, Oregon, and they said it was supposed to snow last night. I don't think it did. I wish it did. We looked on the rooftops of places around us and it looked very icy. You want snow? Oh, Sarah lives in SoCal. So she said, no way, I want snow. We never get snow in SoCal. Nope. You definitely don't get blessed with snow in SoCal. But it snows in Portland probably once a year. Is Oregon an expensive place to live? Hi, Vic. I think that's kind of relative, like we came from the Bay Area and LA, and so comparatively it doesn't feel as expensive, but I'm sure, if you came from somewhere else, it's a little bit pricey. I know people have said who have lived in Portland for a long time or lived in Oregon that the prices have gotten higher. Somebody said California, Buddha said California Bay Area, rain all day and all week. That's crazy. I did talk to friends yesterday who said it's been raining, but that sounds so cozy. I kind of love rainy days. Do you like the rain or no? I want it to snow so badly. I think snow is so fun. I remember when we first moved to Portland, the week that we were moving was the week that it snowed, and I've never lived in a place where it snowed, and so as soon as we saw that, we were outside. Like, everybody who's used to snow in Portland, they were like, everybody, let's bundle up, let's cozy, everybody stay at home. And Alec and I were like, we're outside, let's go play in the snow. This is so cool. As Sarah said, it has to be cheaper than LA. Yeah. Drink of choice on a cold day, hot chocolate all the way. That could be a song right there. I'm gonna have to go hot chocolate, almond milk hot chocolate, because I don't like real milk. Sarah said yours is tea. I don't know. Tea doesn't do it for me. There's something about good hot chocolate. What about you, Vic? What's your drink of choice on a cold day? I'm trying to think of others. Apple cider. I drink apple cider when I'm getting a Christmas tree. I just feel like the two of those fit perfectly. Oops. How are you guys doing today? Thanks for hopping on live this morning. I was saying earlier, I did not sleep well last night. I'm exhausted right now. Do you like skiing? I grew up skiing, and I think, yeah, I like skiing. I like skiing over snowboarding. Actually, fun fact, when I went snowboarding for the very first time, my friend taught me how to snowboard. We were probably like 13 years old. We were still so young. And she taught me how to snowboard on her second day of knowing how to snowboard. So, needless to say, I was on my butt the entire time. I was not very good. Hello, everybody new in the chat. Happy Tuesday. Vic said, live stream your wedding for lots of subs. I don't think that's gonna happen. That that thought hadn't crossed my mind. It's not a bad idea, but I don't know. I honestly would think about it. Well, not for the lots of subs part, but to live stream it. Except for the fact that it's gonna be like a super small and intimate wedding, and if we had guests and stuff, or a lot of guests, maybe, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Although my friend is gonna be the photographer and videographer. He also does YouTube, and so I'm like so happy to have him on board. Greetings from Turkey. Hello. Zay, have you always lived in Turkey? Hello, hello. Greetings from Zimbabwe. Hello. What are you guys doing today? Did you guys have yesterday off? Is today a 4-day work week for anybody? We're just chatting. This is my day 8 of going live, which has been so fun. Vic, I'm not really sure what that is, to be honest. Hello, good morning, everybody. Johnny said, I look happy. That's really good. I am happy. I'm very sleepy this morning. I don't know why I'm like so tired. We went to bed a little bit later because I've been editing my new YouTube video, which is all the behind the scenes of our wedding planning, which has been really fun. I felt like yesterday I was just editing all day, and I was just smiling from ear to ear because I'm looking back on footage. Some of the footage that I've had for 3 months or 4 months, going to different places, going wedding shopping at different places. It's been really cute to look back on. What time did I wake up? I woke up 6:20-ish. I didn't want to get out of bed though. So yeah, about 35 minutes ago, I would say. Because it's 7 a.m. where I am right now. What's your favorite color? Ooh, okay. When I was growing up, my favorite color was like a not deep purple, but like rich in color, I would say. Like not a pastel. And then as I've gotten older, I really love sky blue or baby blue. How about you? What's everybody write down your favorite color in the chat. Congrats on the wedding. That is big. I'm super excited. Our wedding is going to be in July. Yeah, West Coast. We're in West Coast too. Sarah's favorite color is purple. What's your favorite food? I love breakfast tacos. Breakfast tacos is a little specific. I love all tacos. I love acai bowls. I love banana pancakes. Those are mostly things that I make, but I also, man, I don't even know. I honestly love, I'm not too picky when it comes to food. All right. Purple, purple, green. Hi, Madison. Good morning. Are you an actress? No, I'm not an actress. I took 1/4 of drama class in high school. I'm actually pretty subpar at acting. People always make fun of me because I'm like the worst liar ever. Like if I'm trying to fool somebody or make something up, I start laughing. Like I just can't hold it in. Or when I was younger, I used to play hide and seek, and I would be the person I would go hide and I would be giggling the entire time. Like I think it would be so funny. And so I would always lose. Philly said orange. Why are we naming colors? Because somebody asked me what my favorite color is. So I'm asking what your guys' favorite color is. Megan, how are you? I am doing great. I just woke up not too long ago, but how are you guys doing? Yeah, it is kind of funny. If you hopped onto the chat and everyone was just naming colors, it would be kind of funny. Purple, there's a lot of purples in here. What kind of therapist are you? I'm not a therapist, which is kind of silly. I am wearing Alex's robe. I got him this robe. It's from Petite Plume. It's like where I get all my PJs. And so it's pretty big on me, but it's so cozy and it's been super chilly outside. But I just put that on this morning. Okay, Big Man said, do you have a specific goal with your streams or just having fun? Well, so I started 8 days ago and my fiance was the one to actually encourage me to try it out. And I was like, I hadn't really thought about it. I've never really thought about going live because I get so focused on posting one long form every Sunday morning and then I'll post shorts every single day. So I was trying to get in a good habit and a good routine of getting those going, but then I ended up, I feel like I have a good system when it comes to those now, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. And so when he suggested going live, and I was like, well, I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but I'll try it for 2 weeks and see if I like it, and if you guys have fun. And so far, I've had a lot of fun with it. So the goal, honestly, of this next week of doing live streams in this past week was just to see if it would be a fun thing to do consistently. Where am I from? I'm from Northern California. I do not have kids. We're getting married in July, so perhaps after, but I don't know. I always say this, but I don't think you can really plan fully to have kids. So we're just kind of going with the flow, seeing where things take us. Hey, farmer, good morning. Okay, Dylan loves the bookshelf. Thank you. Honestly, this is my favorite part of our place. I love our bookshelf so much. We recently got this, and by recently, I would say like maybe 6 months ago. But we had gotten everything else in the apartment already, and we had pretty white walls. Like there wasn't a lot of decoration and stuff. We were looking for we had such a specific vision. We wanted a very tall bookshelf, and we wanted it to like take up the entire space. And so we finally found this one, and we're like, we have to get it. It's perfect. Okay. How much caffeine do you think is in a triple espresso? Ooh, that's a good question. You have an espresso maker and can't figure it out. Sarah, can you look this up and let us know? Because I'm very curious now. When is your wedding? Our wedding is in July in the Bay Area. It's funny because people suggested or wanted us to have or asked us if we were having our wedding in Oregon, but basically everyone who is attending is for the most part in Northern California. And so we're like, man, it'd be a lot for everybody to travel to us versus just us to travel to them. And also we wanted it to be in the Bay, but what is your wedding theme? Okay, you guys, honestly, if you're curious about the wedding, stay tuned. Sunday morning, I'm gonna literally do a deep dive on all of this. But the wedding is gonna be kind of like vintage, timeless, chic, elegant. Like the color themes are kind of earth tones. So we're doing a lot of greens and beiges and browns. And I think we're gonna have the attire be black tie. Like, even though it's a small wedding, I think it's gonna be relatively formal. Like, but I don't know. How do people decide whether to have like a black tie wedding or not? And I don't really know what the difference is, to be honest. The ring is where I keep it when I sleep because I just woke up. Oh, okay. So you usually drink, Luke says, you usually drink Ghost Energy drinks. They're 200 milligrams of caffeine. I want to know how much coffee you have to drink to get around that amount. Oh, Sarah, there you go. 190 for 3 shots of espresso, is that right? Son of Thor said, you can learn a lot about a person from what's in their bookshelves. I agree. Then what do you guys, what is your conclusion about this bookshelf? Farmer said, thank you for the wedding invite. Mrs. Farmer and myself are definitely looking forward to attending. Oh my gosh, yes, Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Right there. So good. I'm obsessed with that book. I thought that was so good. I read that late last year. Right now I'm reading a book about Anna Wintour. Derek said, you're nice. Congratulations on your engagement. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sarah is my friend who's a very sweet moderator. Wait, do people use ChatGPT as a moderator? David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. I also have Oliver Twist, which I've been wanting to read. Ooh, okay, Rockefeller. This appears to be a biography. Yeah, it is. And I think what's interesting is that in our bookshelf, Alec and I definitely have different tastes in books. And so it's definitely a combination of things that we're both interested in. Like he loves Hemingway, right? As far as fiction goes. And then also just like biography, history books. And I like my good fiction. Oh no, RM, I'm so sorry that happened to you. It's really scary. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. You wish you can get into reading. Okay, I think Alec mentioned this the other day, but audiobooks would be a really good way of getting into reading if you're kind of new to it. Farmer said history's where it's at. I knew I liked Alec. Yeah, I know. It's pretty cool. I also, what's your favorite history book?
The William Tecumseh Sherman book.
Wait, I have no idea what you just said.
It's a Civil War general.
Oh, okay. Okay, Luke said for your streams, it would be kind of cool to start doing something niche, like reading books every day and continuing them with each stream. That's a good idea. So would I read on stream or would I, because sometimes I'm like, should I stream while doing something? But at the same time, I'm like, I can't, I don't know. Like I like engaging with you guys and chatting. So that's been like kind of the thing that I've been figuring out. Again, I've only been doing this for a week. So I'm very curious if, would I read on stream and then maybe we all read on stream? I'm not really sure. Because I do think that would be a great idea. Oh, Mr. Mouth, thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another live stream from me. Thank you for that comment. I have not read a book about David Goggins or from him. Jerry said, I see road rage all the time in Boston. I've never been to Boston, but from what I could tell, I could see that happening. Or from what people have shared with me. Okay, Luke said, ones that the community want you to read, like get people here for a specific reason, kind of. Yeah, no, I think that's a really good idea. Yes, Alexis, Throne of Glass after ACOTAR is the move. Honestly, I do think the book, if I were to do that idea, Luke, I would do the third book of ACOTAR because I just finished the second book. So good. And so I feel like I would do that. And also so many people have read ACOTAR, I think. But also Sarah J. Maas has, I just feel like the books, once you start with ACOTAR, you have Throne of Glass, you have, I think, Crescent City, right? Like, I just feel like it keeps going and going. Somebody said Boston people wake up with road rage. Yeah. Oh, wait. Who wrote Throne of Glass? Alexis, if you can write that, I'm curious. Oh my gosh, yay, this is part of your morning routine. I love it. Yeah, I do. I kind of go live a lot. Would you guys say I go live a lot now? But yeah, feel free to ask any questions. Ooh, okay. If you're open to reading books other than classics, you should read Born to Shine by Kendra Scott. Is that fiction or nonfiction? I am not a mother. I am getting engaged, or not getting engaged. I'm getting married in July. No, okay, somebody asked if I've like had a sneezing attack on lives. No, but I am editing my latest YouTube video right now. And I was laughing because I sneezed and I actually broke our door in our bathroom because I sneezed so aggressively. Okay, would you rather time travel or be able to fly? I think be able to fly because I don't really know if I'd want to time travel. But if I could fly, like if I could just like jet over to Europe or somewhere real quick, that would be awesome. Do you like Harry Potter? Yeah, I do like Harry Potter. That was like probably one of the first books that I read when I was younger, like Harry Potter, Twilight, or first like adult book, you know? Can you tell us about your proposal? Yeah, it was the best day of my life. It honestly was so sweet. Alec planned such a perfect proposal. His sister came into town and she was already coming into town just to visit us. And our friend is a photographer. And so she told me that she needed help because she was going to shoot a wedding. And so we had a pretty busy weekend already planned with his sister, and we went to go do this photo shoot. And I did not sleep well this night. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I don't know if I could do this photo shoot right now. Like I'm so sleepy, whatever." And so we go to the photo shoot and we're just helping them out. You know, our friend just said she wanted us to be her models for it. And I turn around and he's down on one knee. And I literally was so shocked. I had no idea that he was proposing whatsoever. And I didn't even believe it at first. Like, my first initial millisecond of thought, I was like, there's no way that he's proposing. And then I saw the ring and I saw him down on one knee and they changed the music and I start hysterically sobbing, you guys. Like, I have not cried that hard in forever. And then we ended up taking more photos and stuff. And I was just I was so in the moment and so shocked and I was so happy. And then afterwards, I was like, does your sister know? Because she's in town visiting us. And he was like, yeah, she's actually at dinner waiting for us. And so are both of our families. So my mom, my sister, his parents, like everybody was here and they had been here all weekend. And I start hysterically sobbing again because our friends hadn't our families hadn't really come visit us yet, or my family hadn't yet, because we didn't move, or we moved relatively, how do I say this? We only had moved a few months before, so it was the best day of my life. Jerry said, did he already know you would say yes, or was it a risk? Honestly, he probably thought I would say yes. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes when you know, you know. And so it already felt like we were a partnership. And it's felt like that for a while. And so I think it was a matter of time that we got married, but I just didn't think it was going to be then. He kept saying that he was going to propose in December. So in my head, I was like, oh, it's, 4 months down the line. And then he ended up proposing in August. Yeah, and our families really get along. And yeah, I love them so much. DC said, good morning. How are your morning pages? Hello to everyone in chat. Morning pages were great. I've been having a hard time like being really consistent with my morning pages. And I know I always say this where I'm like, it doesn't matter if you miss a couple days, but sometimes the perfectionist side of me is like, if you don't journal every day, just restart the week. But I don't know why. Like, I think I should just keep going, Just passing by before going to work. Aw, thank you. I hope you have a great day at work. Okay, somebody said, when is the right time to get married? Also, whether career is important before marriage. Alec, do you have a good response to this?
What'd you say?
When's a good time to get married?
When you can love yourself.
Yeah, when you can love yourself, love another person, but also in a relationship. Like, how did you know that you were ready for us to get married?
I think you gotta do some hard things together.
I guess for us too, like, we had to go through kind of a lot of different life experiences together, even moving, like moving is really hard, but at the same time, I think it shows a level of commitment. Like, as soon as Alec wanted to pursue moving to Portland and, a job out here, it was like, I was in full support. I think we're both so supportive of each other. And so if you have that in a relationship and you're just willing to grow with each other and do hard things together, I think that's important. Yeah, journaling is a great habit. Yeah, Brennan said, make sure you work out all of your quote unquote baggage before making that commitment. And it is kind of that, I've talked about some difficult things that I had gone through in my past that I like never really shared with people. And so he was the first person that I felt like I could really open up to and share anything um, anything with. And yeah, Farmer said virtually nothing in life is at the quote unquote right time. If you sit around waiting for the right time on everything, life will pass you. It's short. Live it up and go with your gut. Yeah, I agree. That's also kind of how I feel. Sarah said that's a great quote, Farmer. I also think that's kind of how it is with kids too. It's like we're just gonna keep living life and being present with each other. And when things feel right, when it might happen, we're just gonna kind of go for it. Stan said, "Thank you for the lovely smile." Aw, thank you. Prince said, "How do you add bookshelf in the background?" So our physical bookshelf. No, Brendan, I totally get what you're saying. It's not baggage, but it's like, you go through things in life that you're going to have to work through. Like, not to, I don't know, not to be like weird, but like I don't know, my dad had passed away like the year before I met Alex. So that was like something really hard for me personally that I had to go through, that I had to work through with Alex. So, yeah. Okay, Runs with Raptors said, "How do you move the bookshelf? Looks like it stays with the apartment." Um, you drill it. I think we mounted it on the top, but these come out. Yeah, I think it's only mounted on the top, so I don't think it should be too difficult. I look like my name is Bridget. Yeah, Brendan, that's what you're talking about. No, I totally hear you. And I think, yeah, I don't know. I had my mom and sister personally. Let's see here. I had my mom and sister personally that I could always turn to, and I'm like so forever grateful for them. But there's also like something different about sharing that information and going through those things with a partner, you know? Oh, RM said, "Your dad passed away in 2021. I'm still struggling with it. Any advice?" I'm sorry to hear that. I would say my biggest advice, honestly, like I journaled about it a lot, and I think it never gets easier in the sense that like you're always going to miss that person in your life. And I think about my dad all the time, but at the same time, like time does heal a little bit, and you can come to peace um with it, even though it can be really challenging. But if you have really like loving and supportive people around, I think it helps. Um, yeah, I mean the thing with grief is like sometimes you just need time and ways of like expressing your feelings. That's why I like journaling so much, because I feel like when I journal, when I am going through hard times, because it kind of comes in waves. And so, some days I'm better than others. And in the times when I do need it the most, I go to my journal and I just like write down everything. And sometimes I cry, like I'll cry when I'm journaling. But at the same time, at the end of it, it really helps. Like I feel just a little bit more at peace, I think, afterwards. Um, Somebody said, "Why do you say partner and not husband?" I feel like I normally say fiance because he's my fiance. He's not my husband yet in July. Yeah, Brendan said, "Yeah, it's tough, especially when they haven't lost someone like you have." I was in a similar situation. Yeah, and especially, I was in college when it happened, and I met Alec in college. We didn't officially start dating until afterwards, but um when I was in college, I felt like no one understood. Like no one could relate to me because I felt relatively young, and I yeah, I just felt pretty alone in the situation, and I just didn't feel like anybody would know what I was going through. So that made me not want to talk to people about it, which I think is like a bad, I don't know if that's necessarily good because I think you should talk about it, but I don't know. Uncle James said, true, your uncle passed away in 2021 and your cousin passed away last year. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I know it's honestly really hard to go through grief. Guys, no one like really talks about grief. And like everyone experiences it. You know, it's like something that everyone's going to go through. Oh my gosh. I live in Walnut Grove. Okay, somebody said what first question name the Minnesota town from Little House on the Prairie? Walnut Grove. I live in the US. I live in Oregon. Arm said, thank you for your advice. I hope that helps. Everyone's obviously different, but oh my gosh, Brendan, you said same. You were a sophomore in college and had literally no one to talk to. I was a senior, first quarter senior. So yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, it's weird, especially being young. Callie Love said, is it true Oregon gets no sun? Honestly, you guys. Okay, Sarah said, yeah, it does rain all the time. I feel like it's been pretty sunny recently. I think we've been having a pretty good winter though. People have been saying this is pretty abnormal, but the summer was really beautiful. And then the winter time, I feel like now it's kind of starting to get a little rainy and gloomy, hopefully snowy. You guys, I want it to snow so bad, but oh, Brendan, yeah, I know. That is true. Honestly, that was like a pretty big case for me. Like my dad and I were so close. Like I turned to him to everything, you know? So yeah, I think that really can be a challenging part. And I think that's also like why I feel like I got lucky because I have Alec and I love him so much. And so I think he's somebody I can turn to now. And no one will ever like fill that same void, but yeah, I think it just changes. Also, going through something so difficult, you're like, I can go through so much in life. Like, it almost feels empowering in a weird way of being like, I went through that. I know I can tackle like whatever comes in the future. Justin said, Walnut Grove is about an hour away from where you live. That's so cool. Callie Love said it rained there all day yesterday. Where are you? Are you in Northern California or Southern California? Or in Oregon? And somebody said you have many fine leather-bound books. You want to know what I want so bad that is kind of like it's a want, not a need, because I love my journals that I have right now, but I've been seeing so much about Louise Carmen journals. I want one so bad. They look so beautiful and so chic. Alexis said had a touch of snow yesterday. You live outside of Portland and had to commute downtown almost every day. Wait, did we have a touch of snow yesterday? What time? Because I missed it. People said that it was supposed to snow last night. So we looked outside our window and we are like, snow? Is there any? Okay, what's your favorite book of all time? Oh, it's such a hard question. I don't know if I have a favorite book. I also don't have a favorite movie of all time because sometimes I'm like, I appreciate the book for what it is, But to say of all time, I don't really know. Oh, Caleb, you're near Los Angeles. So nice. I lived in LA for 6 years, right before we moved here. So I love LA. What are the things above? Are you talking about this? These are like, let me show you. They're just little, like, centerpieces and stuff. And then we also have a bunch of smeeskis. Oops. And then also, you guys, I'll show you all the fun ceramics that I've made. Whoa. So some of this is, they're not good. Okay, so these are like the first time when I took my first ceramics class. I made this plate. Glazing, I actually thought I was better at making the actual bowls versus glazing. It didn't come out super awesome, but here's one plate. I also made this little tray type thing. And then, ooh, my gosh, we have like so many coins in here, so it's so heavy, but I made this bowl with our coins. And then this was pretty cool. Anyways, they're not the most gorgeous things in the world, but that's what we have on our bookshelf. At least I tried, you know? Yeah, and we also have some, I think that's a diffuser. Ooh, Alexis said that you're closer to Mount Hood and saw a little snow falling. Ah, so jealous. Somebody told me about Timberland Lodge the other day, and they were like, it's a great place to go do work. And I was like, ooh. DIY is do it yourself. What's the process of making it? So I used a wheel, and so you grab a little ball of clay, throw it on the wheel, try to center it so that it comes out even, because if it's not even when you're throwing it, then it comes out kind of janky. And so, and then you start like molding the clay into whatever shape that you want it to be. And so if you have less clay, if you have a smaller ball of clay, then you're gonna come out with like a smaller piece. Like you could probably make something like this, but you need more clay if you want something like that, because obviously these are a little different of shapes, right? And then after that, you have to fire it and then glaze it. And the glazing is kind of hard because if you can see here, I don't know if you guys can see fully, or even here, like sometimes it just cracks off. And so I actually thought glazing was surprisingly a lot harder than I thought it was going to. I think it's important to try new hobbies and try new things. So like with ceramics, or I started crocheting and I'm super bad at crocheting. Like I think you're always gonna be not super great when you first start a new hobby, but when the more you practice, the more you can learn something. Your mom collects pottery. I don't know what that is. Is that a brand? Collects whole pottery. We collect Heath ceramics. So this is Heath. All of our like dinnerware and stuff is, or this kind of cute, funky little shapes. I think it's so cool when people collect pottery. Ooh, whole is expensive. Antique pottery. Wow. I need to look into it afterwards then. So curious what they have. Is clay the same color and then painted? No, clay is not the same color. And so you have like different buckets basically, and then you dip whatever you want. So like for this, for example, you hold it on the bottom and then you dip the piece. So here I dip the entire thing in green. And then I wanted there to be something else that's a little interesting. And so then I dipped the second layer of it, because you have to dip it usually twice. I dipped the second layer in white. And then this part is over the green. And then this part was like pure white. And so like the piece will be different if you dunk the white first or if you dunk the green first, you know, it just comes out a little bit different. Thank you. They're so cute. Thank you. What did I study in college? I double majored. I was a communications major and a Spanish major. Spanish was for myself, just because I honestly, when I got into college, or when I started college, I started taking my Spanish electives and courses, and I ended up loving the classes so much that I just kept taking it throughout college. And then all of a sudden, my college counselor was like, you can major in it if you just keep taking X, Y, and Z. And I was like, down. Honestly, I loved, my family's from El Salvador, and so I just thought it'd be really fun. Thought it'd be interesting learning more and also learn how to be a little bit more conversational. Because studying Spanish in school is very different than obviously being out and about, but I really liked it. Cell sent a gift. Thank you so much. Sent a bronze medal. That is so cool. Thank you. That means so much. You guys, getting these little gifts was like, there's such cute little surprises and they literally make my day. Sent another bronze medal. You guys are the best. Let's see. Farmer said I skipped college and went right to the pros. Nice. Oh my gosh, Sal sent another one, a torch. How did you enjoy your double major? I loved it. I literally loved my classes so much. Okay, wait, pause. Sarah said she's gonna send out another gift membership. Can you like write down, do people need to do anything? Like, is it people who are in the chat might get a gift membership? I don't really know how it works, but I do know we've been giving out some gift memberships, which have been fun. Anyways, so I did enjoy my double major a lot. With communications, like what I liked so much about it was that we took like journalism, playwriting, filmmaking, like we really just did a little bit of everything. Okay, Jerry said it's randomly assigned to people in the chat. YouTube assigns people that are more active. Oh, okay, you guys. Then if you want a gift membership, spam the chat. Amazing. Okay, wait. Kind Lydia, I think it is. Got the gift membership. It's still kind of new to me. Anyways, the gym was awesome. Okay, you think that they have to be more active. You're not sure. I think that sounds about right. But yeah. Let's see. So last night we actually took a yoga class, which was really fun. We took hot yoga class. And I hadn't done yoga. I was so into yoga, I want to say in college, and literally was obsessed with it. And so I hadn't really taken yoga class since then. So it felt so nice. Good morning, Jamie. Yeah, I used to do a lot of ceramics, especially when I was taking my 8-week course. And so I was taking an 8-week course and it was kind of crazy. Like you really dedicate a lot of time when you take those courses because the class itself is 3 hours and then you have to come back for office hours. And that's another 3 hours. And so you learn a lot during that time. You know, when you do something for 6 hours every single week at least. So I had so much fun doing it, but I was making a lot of videos about ceramics and I miss it so much. I honestly might take another one. I just have to make sure that I'm like in town for that long of a time. Well, happy Tuesday, you guys. Any fun plans this week? Oh, Brandon, I missed this question. Is that your mom or your dad's side? My mom's side is Salvadorian. And I do speak Spanish. Honestly, I've been trying to be a little bit better. Alec and I have been trying to speak Spanish with each other and get a little bit more comfortable because, I don't know, I get nervous. Okay, bye, kind Lydia. Traveling out of state right now, driving. Hope to see you later. Be safe. Drive safe. All right, you guys, I actually need to edit my YouTube video that's going to be posting on Sunday, so I got to go. But it was so fun chatting. Can't believe it was already almost an hour. But I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, I got to go edit. So I hope you guys have a really great rest of your day. Bye.